Good afternoon, everyone. So, I wanted to get on here today and just make a podcast about what is going on, the eclipse, the full moon, and in Aries now. It didn't start in Aries, but it is in Aries now. And one thing I want to tell you is it's hit me so hard. Actually, this is the biggest I've ever felt any full moon, any Aries season or anything. Now, I am an Aries. So, and I have a lot of Aries in my chart. I'm not exactly sure about exactly where all of it is, but boy, am I going to dig down into it. I want to. Um, because this moon, full moon, this eclipse, and then we have another one coming, um, has put me in the bed like I've never felt it like before. Now, I'm not sure if all of you know about my life, but I was born in New York. And when I was christened as a Catholic. Um, my father was Catholic, my mom wasn't, but she married into it. Um, so I have always felt um, some kind of way about the Catholic religion. But when I moved to Indiana, when I was a child, I think it was like 9, I was pushed on a bus to Christianity. So all my life I was been like, "What's going on? Who's this? What's that?" And the whole time I have heard from angels, guides, and loved ones. Um, as we all know, when we become to this spiritual realization that um we're all just trying to find ourselves. Hold on just a minute. I have to open the window. And one of the things that's happening to me is symptoms here is I'm getting hot flashes, I'm getting cold, getting hot, I'm getting cold. I'm very tired. My head is killing me. Um, I do not have headaches. I am already through menopause, so none of that's going on. I know a lot of people has been saying, "Well, I am on my period." Is it those symptoms? I don't think so. This is something that I'm don't have a period. I'm already through menopause and um I don't have hot flashes anymore. But and I've never just started going down the street. Was it not yesterday? So what's today? Wednesday. So Monday, start bawling my eyes out, come in the house and it's like, I'm not talking to anybody. Start journaling, like cussing everybody out in my journal. I'm like, holy crap, what's going on? Which here's the thing. I know, thank God I'm a spiritual person because there is so many people. Like I've had to today, I went to the doctor's office to pick up some prescriptions for my mother. They are like, I don't know what's wrong with me. They were sitting in the dark. I mean, there was lights out in the hallway, but when you went into the room, they were sitting in the dark, and I'm like, what is going on? They're like, we don't feel right. So, if even if you are not spiritual, um, you are feeling this. Like every person I talk to is like something's different. Um, so anyway, back to where I was coming from. When I moved from New York to Indiana back when I was a child, there was when I was born, I was this Catholic child, and then I came a Christian child, but I didn't know. So all these years, I didn't know what I was going to do. So when I become a teenager, and before that, I already knew that I was going to be just love everyone because I felt love and compassion for everything and everyone. When I was a little small child, I had a dog that I pretended that I had a dog and I didn't have a dog. My mom was be like, "You can't go around telling people you have a dog." And I'm like, "But I have a dog." And um it was a pretend dog. They even bought me a leash, like a leash that I was acting like a this is funny, you guys. Um But that's who I was. That's who I really was, and it seems like this eclipse is letting go of who you are not, like bringing the shit down and being who you are. And one of the things that we are, I know we're adults and all that stuff, but we are just loving, kind souls. I put on Facebook earlier, if you don't love and have loving kindness for other people, then why are you really here? I know back in our days when we were, even before me, because like 1900s, I guess, we had children, or they had children for, um, well, you have to work in the farm and you have to, you know, I had you so you could do this for me or you could do that for me. We don't do that anymore. We have love and compassion. And if we don't, you need to be asking yourself why, because you can become love and compassion if you choose to. This is a mindset shift that you can change. Anybody can do that. We don't have to live in the old mean paradigm. Oh my God, it's all about me. How many people have you talked to and you're like really deep down trying to tell somebody something about yourself and they turn it to be all about them? I have literally for the last 2 days said, it ain't about you. It's about me. And because I'm like, whoo, I'm like telling me, I'm, here's me. I, for a lot of people that don't know, I just tell people what I think they should hear. And because of that, in my environment and my family and my friends and stuff, I don't have a lot of family and friends because I will tell them the truth. I'll tell my friends, they'll be like, well, I've had this boyfriend and he's doing this to me and he's doing that. I'm like, why are you taking it? And he's like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Well, we should change him. And I'm like, well, what about changing you? And because of that, they'll be like, well, I'm not talking to you again. And they won't. Um, I've had family members that say, "Well, why are we telling them that? We're not supposed to tell them that. We're supposed to be quiet." Um, but if we don't tell them, who else is going to tell them? Even if it hurts, you're supposed to tell them. Because here's the thing: if you don't tell them or show them or make them aware, how are they going to change? People don't see their blind spots. Please tell me. I actually will see things happening in my familiar life, mom, brother, children, and say, if I'm acting like that, please tell me so I can correct it. Because I am the number one shadow worker. I'm telling you what, to here around me, because I will take that shit and I will transmute it and delete it and get rid of it and transform it and turn into a butterfly because I don't want that stuff in my family. I have two grandchildren and hopefully more, but one day. But I am changing this world, not just for humanity, not just for me, because this helps me out too, but for my grandchildren so they don't have to put up with the shit, take the shit, or even feel it. If I have to feel this and get it gone for my grandchildren, I will do it. I will do it for my children. I will do it for you because I just will. And I can, and I know it's easier and easier and easier, but I have told people, and I've known this has always happened to me. If we are going through stuff and we are letting go of old paradigms, basically, if you know what that is, old problems, old beliefs, we will feel it physically in our body. And it was like this shift went boom. And I just started crying and just came home. I was like, I'm not working. I'm not doing nothing. Thank God I can work whenever I want. I'm not on a schedule and I just work whenever I want to because I just physically wasn't being able to work. And one my right leg was killing me. I mean, I was just, like, in pain. I've been taking Tylenol. I do not take Tylenol. I do not have headaches, hardly ever. So when stuff like that happens in my body, I know stuff's going down. Um, so when I looked into and I haven't looked into the headaches, but I've looked into the leg. not the right leg, but the left leg. So the left side of your body is feminine. So I'm most of my life I've been masculine. Most of us have. We have had to, if this person ain't going to do it, we'll do it ourselves. So we're men, go getter, let's do this. Okay. So in my life, I haven't been able to just allow and allow and allow. And I'm learning and I'm learning and we all are learning to just allow. So I I have been going through a situation lately where I've been kind of pushing but kind of laying back, kind of pushing, laying back. And here's the thing, because we need to learn allowing on our feminine side is that's because that's trust. That's how we trust God, the universe, Mother Mary, whoever you trust in, something bigger than you. And if we don't, we start getting pains over on our left side. And my pain was big for like 2 or 3 days in the middle of the night. So it was keeping me up. And that's when you're like, get in your book. I'm like, look at this shit. My book, this thing is already falling apart. But you know what? I bought it like that. It told me it might fall apart. I don't even care. I was like, I just want this book. This book has saved my life. Um, but anyway, so I've been looking at that feminine energy. Allow, allow this stuff to move through you. Don't fight it because you will feel the pain. Oh my God. And even that I wasn't fighting it, I was still feeling the pain because one part of me, some part of me is wanting control. And we all do. We all want some kind of control. I think this is saying, let the F go. You are not controlling shit. And we're going to wipe it out. And see, for me, the last 3 days, everything's changed. Like I'm always up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Nope. I haven't got up till like 7, but I've been up in the middle of the night doing the shadow work, doing the work. Not that I've been up out of the bed, but one night I did get up and journal some stuff, but just doing the meditation, letting me know what the universe needs to tell me, God, angels, loved ones. Um, and it's so heavy right now. S- a lot of people are ill. Um, and I think it's resistance. I think it is, I know it is for me, resistance of allowing. But here's the thing, we've always had to be in control. I have to be in control of my kids and the job, and I have to be in control of, you know, everything. But here's the thing, anything that's going out of your life right now, don't fight it, just let it go. It's going to be okay. You lose your job, fine. You lose your car, fine. You lose your loved one, fine. It's all going to be okay. I mean, like your relationship. I don't mean if you lose somebody, we're going to always lose somebody. Somebody's going to die. Um, but I mean, if you lose the relationship, actually, before you chase and down the relationship, look at it. Look at what you're chasing after, because most of the time it's not the thing. I'm chasing after a car that I want, really, or a house I want, really, because we're all going to be okay. I've been chasing a house, and then I'm like, but I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to die if I don't get it, but it's something that I would love. And another thing, we have to meet the vibration of the things that we're trying to get. And if we're running after it, it's running from us. Um, we have to come to a level where we trust that whatever happens, and here's the thing, whatever we want, whatever we're trying to get is running from us. But if we just allow it, write it down. This is what I would love to see in my life. And then just know it's coming. Know it's like, I know I'm going to get a house. I don't know when, where, how, or who, or whatever, but I just know it's coming. Um, and it's all on the God's timing. Always, 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 always. That's something that the timing. I want it now. I'm an Aries. So if you know anything about Aries, we want the shit now. We want to get this stuff down now. We want to start this stuff right now. We're doing this shit now today. We're getting it done today. We're starting it today and getting it done today. And no, we're not. We're not always doing that. Um, I'm pretty good at getting shit done, but I've got to let go of that. I've got to let go and just allow, because I'm pushing stuff to happen. I don't allow the things that want to come into my life, the bigger, better things to come, because I'm thinking, well, you step out of the way, God, you step out of the way, spirit, higher self. I know what I'm doing. This is what I want. So instead of getting, I get this, and over here, God's like, I'm going to give you this if you just shut up. And we all do that. We all do that, you guys, all of us. And this moon is very powerful. It is magic. It's absolutely taking away everything that you do not need. And it's made me think to myself. I told my mom, I said, I have to step into my power more. I have to step into my healing more. I I have a loving family, you guys, but they tend to know who I used to be, which was not the healer that I am today. And so when I say, well, I do a lot of healing, and they're like, you don't go out of your room. When you're walking on the street, who do you talk to? I will go to Walmart, and somebody will talk to me and follow me around the grocery store and tell me about their life. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. And you just don't know. And I have got to admit and accept and commit to this healing process, not to the healing process of me, but to help the healing processes of others. I get the feedback is, you're not the healer, which I understand. They don't know me like that. They've seen me like that, but it's still hard to believe. And then when I have the correct answer for them, because I'm their family, oh no, who do you think you are? You're trying to control me. And I will say, this is not a message from me. This is a message from your guides. This is a message from the higher self. This is a message from God. So, like, try to act like I'm not even in the room, because I'm telling you what, you guys, I get so many messages for myself and for other people that can change their lives. And this is not for me. I do not, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, oh my God, I downloaded this for my daughter. I need to tell her that. And then I'll call her and tell her, and she's like, oh my God, I never thought about that. Every message that I'm getting, and I don't know if everybody does this. I'm sure they do if they open up wide enough to receive. Um, is a lot of my message I'm getting is to change. Obviously, we're all here to change each other. Change is we're changing. We're all changing. Like I said, in the last couple of days, I've been getting up at almost 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, people have actually said, hello? Like, you've never slept till 7 o'clock in your life. And I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? I'm up at 4. I don't care if I'm up all night or not. I'm just up at 4. That's my body. But my body's been changing differently. I have been able have to, God's giving me messages. You need